look as if you were from Africa. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
He hasn't come across any statements that Yogananda said about Africa.
But directly about
Africa.
Trying to remember. I know that he mentioned that somebody said to him that white people who talk against blacks will probably be born black in their next lives. And he laughed. He said that's certainly true. I don't remember him saying about countries even. I remember him saying about Britain. He said England is finished. And I was surprised. And I said, you mean, he said, finished. So that was a strong statement. My own thought about Africa is the same thought as about Egypt. I think that in the past descending yuga, you see we have ascending yugas when people become more and more conscious, then descending when they become less and less conscious. And I strongly suspect that Africa and Egypt both fell into black magic. And because of that black magic, they have had to go through much darkness. I believe that they will come up now. I believe that they've finished that karma and that the black people will become prominent among human beings now. Your face shows that to me, because it shows a refinement. So, what did he say about other countries, now that I'm mentioning it? He was very much against communism. He said this is a satanic religion, and what about the Second World War? He said I put my thought in the mind of Hitler to divide his front. So Germany invaded Russia as well as England. As a result, they fell. They would have been beaten. They would have beaten us otherwise. He said America has good karma, and America will come out on top no matter what. The world is due to suffer very much, and in the not too distant future, the depression will hit the whole world. It will be much worse than people imagine right now. It will lead to war. There will be atomic bombs. It will lead, he said one time in church, you don't know what a terrible cataclysm is coming. And I don't know what that means. But it seems like something not man-made, something cosmic. It may have to do with the shifting of the poles. You know, the polar shift, the magnetic shift, at present is about 40 miles a year. It's become 400. That could be part of it, I don't know. Anyway, he said that after this particular cleansing period, we will have a period of great prosperity and happiness. And there won't be another war for 300 years. And I think that at that time, I think Africa will come up. I really do. I think it's turn, let's say. Every country has its own turn. England has had it's been too selfish. It's taken from other countries and not given back. I remember I have given Kriya Yoga initiation in many countries. When I gave it in London, we all went for dinner afterwards. 22 people plus me. And I offered to pay for the bill. They allowed me to. That's hard to believe. But only in England. So, any other? Yes.
I have a question about cultivating a meditation practice, something that I strive to do, and I struggle a little bit to get there every day and quieting my mind. I wonder if you have some guidance.
Question about cultivating a meditation practice and being regular.
What you need to do is cultivate rather a meditation attitude. And if you feel more that you're inwardly communing with God all the time, you'll automatically want to have this practice. But okay, I'll bargain with you. If you will do it 5 minutes a day, better still, half an hour. Better still, 1 hour. But, you know, it's like, I can also put it like this, that you have set aside a certain amount of time every day to brush your teeth. Don't think of this as spiritual hygiene. Okay? Yeah.
I thought I heard you say earlier about getting rid of the ego or such words. I'm not exactly sure. And I think that's been an ongoing struggle for me as I'm, in my spiritual path, refraining the ego, just using it like a vehicle, and then stepping aside, meditating, dancing, doing joyful things, but just allowing the ego to be and have its place, and not try to fight it or get rid of it.
Well, I think that's a good thing to do, among other things. You're going to work with ego anyway. Mind you, when I say ego, I don't mean pride. I mean the consciousness that I am doing it. That we do have to overcome in time. And it doesn't mean that you don't do anything. I say, all right, I've written 140 books. I've written over 400 pieces of music. I've started 8 communities. I've taken 15,000 color slides. I've done a few things in my life. At least it's kept me off the streets. I have to say that the secret to doing them has been not to do them. In other words, I feel that he's doing it through me. And the more you feel him dancing through you, not I am dancing, but he is dancing. The more you can have that. Remember, ego is not pride, it's self-awareness. We have to overcome that thought and realize that he is the one reality. He dreamed us all into existence. We are a part of him. We're a part of his bliss. And we see our bodies, they look different, and so I'm different from you, but I'm not different. We're basically the same spirit. So do keep that thought in mind that he is doing everything that you do. I remember one time, this was back in Hollywood Church, and some lady complimented me on something I said, my speech, in other words, my sermon. And I said, God is the doer. She said, oh, really? As if I knew it was good. I didn't know it was that good. That's not what I meant. I meant that I don't mean that because God does it through you, he does it superbly. But he's the power behind everything. And the more you let him be that power, the more free you will feel in yourself. Any other? Yes.
Yes, I wanted to ask a question that I hope is appropriate. Do you think Yogananda has been or will be reincarnated?
He said he would. He said he'd come back in 200 years.
Did he?
I emphasize that because some people claim to be his reincarnation. He said it would be. I heard him say it with my own ears. It would be in 200 years. Now, let's ask this question. How do some people who are at his level come back and most not? When you attain the state of freedom in God, the state of union with God, you still have many incarnations of karma to work on. That state is known as Jivan Mukta. A Jivan Mukta has past incarnations to work out, but he's still one with God, so you can't really put him below anybody. He's really one with the one only reality there is. but he has to still work on whoever he was in past lives. He has to see, he has to release those lives into the infinite. So then when they finally released all those lives, now mind you, that is not a small task. Because you've lived in this world for maybe as long as billions of years. I don't want to frighten you, but it takes a long time. I asked Master 5 years, have I been your cycle for thousands of years? He said, it's been a long time, that's all I'll say. Well, anyway, when they achieve final freedom, then they have no more karma, they merge into God. Well, you can imagine at that point, most people say, well, thank God. As far as they're concerned, that's that. But there are very few who say that I want to help other people. And that one desire, which is a desireless desire, is what brings them back. Those people are the avatars. An avatar is a fully liberated being who comes back to this plane in order to save other people. Now, one who has attained Jivan Mukta can free many people, but an avatar can free any number. There aren't many such avatars. Buddha was one, Jesus was one, Yogananda was one. Yogananda has been coming back again and again to help people. But he wrote in a poem, he said, I will come back, if need be 1 trillion times, as long as one brother is still weeping by the wayside. An incredible statement. But that is what freedom is all about. Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
A very general question, but it does have to do with a specific, very specific question I've had for myself in the last 5 to 6 years. How do you choose if you're staring at 2 paths of what you think are happiness? Do I go this way? Do I go that way?
How do you choose if you're staring at 2 different paths? Do I go this way or that way?
Correct. And if
Are you talking of spiritual paths or
yes.
worldly paths? Spiritual paths.
Well, to me they seem, yeah.
Well, many people need to walk the counter before they decide. I didn't have to. Somehow I found my own right away, and I never was really interested in studying other ways. I'm much more ignorant than many of you when it comes to other paths because I simply haven't bothered to study them. Forgive my ignorance, but there it is. What you need to do in that case is follow one way at a time. One way and see what it does for you. Is it giving you what you want? Then try the other. One will satisfy you. That doesn't mean there's only one path. There are many paths to God, and valid paths. But each one of us has his own karma, and each one will be drawn to a particular way. You have to feel which one resonates with you, and that's a choice really only you can make. Okay? Mind you, another thing I want to say is that I'm not interested in converting anybody except to his own higher self. So I'm not trying to indoctrinate anybody, but I'm giving you the truth as I know it. Yeah? Yes.
So I heard you say earlier, when you go to bed at night, you let things be, and you picture a bonfire, and you throw your desires into a bonfire. Is that right?
She's heard you say before that at night you picture a bonfire. And
Yes, yes.
And then other people are telling us, to manifest what you want and to put the vibrations into place, you need to visualize everything you want.
Other people are telling us to visualize if we want to manifest something, to see it so that we can realize it.
And it just
Well,
seems like.
if you go that
They
way,
seem different.
if you go that way, that's fine. But it'll take forever. I mean, let's face it, people don't, designers don't see it.
One of the best.
Yeah.
I think people incarnate because they have a divine purpose here. And second,
Do you think people incarnate because they have a divine purpose?
here,
And
that's why they were really here. And second, since they say this is delusional, and this is a dream and all that, well, can't we have a better dream here?
since this is delusional and we're in a dream here, can't we have a better dream?
I'm doing my best to help you to have But the truth is that you come back because desires bring you back. In the astral world, they don't have cars. If you like cars, you'll have to come back here. They don't have cigarettes. If you like cigarettes, you'll have to come back here. But it's desire that directs energy. And that is really, you can call that a divine purpose, but honestly, look at the people in the streets. Do they all come with some divine purpose? I'd say that our one divine purpose, and it's true for every human being, is to discover that behind all the things we want, there is that bliss of God. And that's what we're looking for. And I wouldn't cover it in roseate colors, because it's a simple fact. You won't be happy until you sort your own bliss. There's a lot of misery in this world, and I'd rather not be a part of it. I'd rather help wade in if I have to help people out of the muck, but not call the muck itself divine. Okay?
Thank you.
So, let's see, we have time for about one question. Yes. Yes.
It sounds like
Stand
there's,
up, please.
it sounds like there are different ways to, so there's meditation and there's also this sense of humor and this day-to-day life. And I'm wondering, with meditation, how much growth and enlightenment or self-awareness came through meditation, and how much just through being observant of your ego in day-to-day life and your interactions with other people?
Okay.
So she said,
I'm sorry, I'm deaf as a post.
the first part, she said there's your meditation, then there's the other side of it, you have a sense of humor, and you're going through your day-to-day life. How much is it? Help me with this, the second part.
Is it, if we want fast growth, is it more important to meditate more or to raise awareness in our interactions with other people?
If we want fast growth, is it important to meditate more or cultivate self-awareness with our interactions with others?
Mind you, you're not somebody who can go to a cave and spend her whole life just meditating. There are some people like that. Most of us need the middle path. We need to know how to act rightly. Krishna says, Nishkam karma, action without desire for the first. That's the most important thing. Learn how to do what you have to do, but not desire the fruits. But learn how to interact with others, kindly, not unkindly. We have to do all the normal human things and do them in a divine way. And I think we need to learn these things. It's, what was the next question?
The first part was, do we need to meditate more or do we
Yes,
need to
it's
work
good
on
to meditate, but I think action, right action is very important. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's get them up here to sing. You're going
If you
to
may
stuck
sit
with
for a
that
few moments, please, and allow us to bring somebody out smoothly.
Okay.
We're gonna sing first.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have one song.
Okay.
I think. mind you, this song I wrote as a joke. And I'm saying this because I've always felt that God is the doer. But this is one case where God was enough to do it to go against my wishes. I wanted to write a humorous song, and instead it came out quite seriously. So it's a very good example from that point of view. Okay, let's have it. Peace gave us the mountains. Peace gave us the sky. Nightly when starlight enfolds us, peace is its lullaby. Amen. Peace gave us the morning. Peace gave us the sun. Bird songs that call us to welcome day and fresh labors begun. Amen. Peace gave us the seasons. Peace gave us the rain. Cool clouds that gather to bless us. Mist hands that soothe away pain. Peace gave us our heart's love. Peace gave us our smiles. Praise of thy presence within us. Light that all strife reconciles. Amen. Well done. I want to say one more thing before I leave. I was talking about countries, and I remembered something just now that Master said that's worth sharing. He said Europe would be devastated. Russia would be annihilated. Interesting predictions. And he may have made more, but I don't remember them. Anyway, thank you for coming out.